But you still remain a little bit of a mystery. And I was wondering if you could give us a bit of background. For example, can you educate us about your struggles as a Black person in Vancouver?
Well, I don't really think it's a struggle. I think it's really my internal being, because there's no real struggle in Vancouver. It's so diverse and multicultural that I can no longer lean on race as an issue, because there's just so many people of the diversity in the city that I can't say it's an issue of being a woman of color anymore. It was a really nice, as they say, the black card to fall on. But at this point, we've got lots of Filipinos community, Nigerian community, Iranian community. Yeah, it just goes on. I think for me, there is no struggle. But being in the city, I think it's all internal. It's what I feel inside of me. It's not anything to do with the city or the externals, because everything's there for us. There was even a Jamaicans association that I can go to in Surrey. There's a Black library right down here in Sunway Studio, Sunway Building on Kiefer. There's lots of things I can go in and indulge in if I want to be in my culture. So it's no longer just being like, where can I find a place to get my hair done? There's like 5 places within 10 miles of me I can get my hair braided and have an ethnic kind of long braided hairstyle or a blowout, and not go to Magic Cuts and they cut all my hair off. And I don't know how to work with this, right?
Yeah.
That's very true. And I think it's going back to, you mentioned about the internal. It's going back again to how you see yourself too. And I think as you get older, I notice that you are a lot more aware and comfortable, and also you have a lot more that is self esteem, or maybe confidence. And I wonder if art has helped you, and your comedy has helped you become the person, a strong woman that you are today.
Oh, definitely. I think doing stand-up comedy and allowing people to hear the humor in my jokes about 3 Black people on a corner, it must be a drug deal kind of thing, right? No, we're in Vancouver. Yeah, and that's how I felt for the longest time. But now it's comedic, because it's no longer really true. But if I do find 3 Black people all together, I'm like, how'd you guys get here? What's going on? Like, how'd you all find each other?
Yeah.
Right?
It's
So
bizarre that we live in a city like Vancouver, which has so much variety and so many resources, and yet often our thinking is shaped not by what's around us, but by what we see in media, which might be from a completely different place with a completely different arrangement, or what we read perhaps in the press, or it's so strange that things change when you get out and walk around your community, or get on a scooter or on a bicycle and explore.
yeah. And I think it's also what you interpret inside yourself too, because that's my thinking in my head. 3 people, it must be a drug deal. But it's not, it's not. And we can all laugh about it too. But the confidence comes from making the jokes, making the humor, laughing about, when things are really sad, sometimes we laugh, the nervous laugh, right? My cousin does it all the time, and she laughs at everything I say. And I'm like, but she's like a nervous laugh. So it's great that we can laugh at situations that we feel uncomfortable with. And I am allowed to do that with people and do a lot of humor about being a woman of color in the city with mental health, a bit of PTSD, because I worked in the downtown east side. I've been living in this city for about 30 years now. So I've seen a lot, and I've worked in downtown east side, and the trauma of losing 13 people in 1 year, that you make connections and you build trust with over 2 years. It takes a lot to make trust with people. And that's probably what my issue is not being able to trust a lot of people. And once I have their trust and I trust them, I'm kind of, okay, I got a bit more confidence. I can share with them maybe some intimate parts of me that I won't tell you unless I really can build a trust. And so I did that with people in downtown inside, and I do that with my friends. But I'm still very aloof because I'm always saying, am I going to be the token person in the room? Is that why they want me to come? Or what's going on here? I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so nice to me right now? Like, where you from? I love your hair. I love your, I'm like, what's going on? Am I on display? So my confidence has been built because I stand back a bit and watch and go in slowly, and then trust is built. And it's a process for me. I just don't go out and hug people anymore that readily. And people that, oh, we're huggers. And I'm like, well, I don't know. You know,
You see,
Yeah.
what do you,
I'm
I
definitely.
just want to actually take a moment to build on what you said and challenge and invite our audience to tell us about what makes you laugh in Vancouver and what your experience of social encounters is. So whether you experience the same kind of uh, nervousness or aloofness or fear about how you're being represented by others, for example, or why you've been invited to an event. That's a good one. Yeah, these are great questions and fantastic for considering as a community. You know,
Yeah,
how do we
yeah,
how are we fit together? How do we come together? And how do we build a sense of comfort and safety